we bring you the live visuals right now from there. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also the Prime Minister of United Kingdom Theresa May just arriving there at the India-UK Tech Summit that is taking place in the national capital. Now, these are the live visuals we are directly bringing from the national capital to the people across the country. There we see the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also the Prime Minister of United Kingdom Theresa May just arriving there at the and those are the live visuals right now. At this moment we are bringing you only on DD News.
बिल्कुल, आप ये सीधी तस्वीरें देख पा रहे हैं प्रधानमंत्री मोदी और ब्रिटेन की प्रधानमंत्री थेरेसा जो कि 3 दिवसीय भारत दौरे पर हैं। वो दोनों ही इस सम्मेलन को संबोधित करेंगे और साफ तौर पर ये जो प्रौद्योगिकी सम्मेलन है काफ़ी अहम माना जा रहा है, क्योंकि इसका उद्देश्य व्यापार, निवेश, रक्षा और सुरक्षा के जो प्रमुख क्षेत्र हैं और किस तरह से भारत और ब्रिटेन के संबंधों को मजबूत किया जाए उस लिहाज से काफ़ी अहम है।
श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, Honorable Prime Minister of United Kingdom, Madam Theresa May, Honorable Liam Fox, Secretary of State for International Trade, Government of UK, Dr. Naushad Forbes, President of CII, distinguished delegates from UK and India, representing government, industry and academia, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome the Prime Minister of India and the United Kingdom to the Indo-UK Technology Summit 2016. Indo-UK relationship has made great strides in recent years and has become truly multidimensional, spurred by a significant convergence of interests, mutual goodwill, and high level of exchanges. The presence of the two leaderships in today's summit is a reflection of their endured commitments. It also reinforces their belief in the power of science and technology in contributing to our present and future relationship. Science has been connected with innovation and business. The nature of the connection between science, people, and business in recent past has begun to change in many important ways. United Kingdom has successfully built an innovation system by seamlessly bridging academia with industry. Today, India's inclusive and integrated development path, chartered under the leadership of our Prime Minister, is anchored on enabling technology platforms and knowledge convergence systems, creating a new ecosystem of innovation and technology-led entrepreneurship has become a national movement under the Startup Initiative. During the last 2 years, we have given a substantive boost in our bilateral science and technology collaboration. In November 2014, in the meeting of the Indo-UK Science and Innovation Council, we announced the Newton Bhabha program. Recently, we have also launched the next phase of UK-India Education and Research Initiative to connect research with innovation. Harnessing science and technology for a better future of our people is the new spirit which drives the present Indo-UK cooperation. In the past, we were focused on attracting best people for science. Now our cooperation also includes science for people for the benefit of both the countries. The people's strand of our joint program nurtures individual excellence fostered through various visitation programs. Under the project's strand, we are working on societal challenges with focus on solar energy, manufacturing, and new materials. In life sciences, we are addressing the health needs of women and child, enhancing crop production, including aquaculture. Our collaborations also dwell on weather and climate research and water cycling modeling, which are intrinsic to sustainable water use. In the translation mode, we have launched an innovative program on industrial R&D with the aim to support projects and commercial application. This is an exciting program with the potential to make a tangible impact through our cooperation involving industry academia partnership. The Technology Summit provides an opportunity to explore innovative mechanisms that can translate knowledge creation to wealth generation. The current Indo-UK trade relationship is predominantly underpinned by knowledge-based industry sectors such as automobiles, aerospace, engineering goods, manufacturing, machinery and instruments, drugs and pharma, and marine products, amongst others. Some of the sectors of our S&T engagements are in tune with our ongoing and expected trade relationships. We expect through this summit, we shall be able to bring an even closer synergy between the two facets of research and enterprise. It is therefore most befitting that we are holding the 2016 Technology Summit with the United Kingdom as the partner country. We believe that this summit will provide a wide-ranging knowledge partnership platform to industry, institutions, academia, and government agencies from India and the United Kingdom to forging a vibrant knowledge business partnership. I would like to close by thanking the UK government in accepting our invite to be the partner country in this summit. I would also like to acknowledge all the delegates who are attending this technology summit. With your contribution, involvement, and participation, we hope to meet the aspirations of our two leaderships. We thank the two Prime Ministers for lending us their foresight, vision, and support to the cause of an even stronger Indo-UK relationship based on shared values and mutual trust. Thank you all again. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Minister Dr. Harshvardhan, for your warm welcome remarks. You beautifully connected how both the countries can synergize and collaborate in the area of science and technology for a better future of both the countries. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor to now invite Right Honorable Theresa May, Honorable Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and may I please request her to kindly deliver her keynote address.
I'm delighted to be here in India. Prime Minister Modi, not only did I take up your invitation as soon as I could, I chose to make this my first bilateral visit outside Europe as Prime Minister and my first ever trade mission. And I want to start by explaining why. It is because of the very special partnership between our countries, not just in the business that we do with one another, but the values we share. Values of democracy, responsibility, the rule of law, and fair play. With so much in common when it comes to trade, values, culture, and of course people, with 1.5 million people of Indian origin living in Britain, ours is a natural partnership. Look around India and Britain and you can see the evidence. We listen to each other's music, eat each other's food, and share a passionate rivalry with each other on the cricket pitch. And on that note, I'm looking forward to the test series that begins between England and India in Gujarat on Wednesday. When two countries are as old as India and the United Kingdom, it is tempting for many to look to the past, to talk about the years that have already gone, and to take for granted or make assumptions about the links that we have. Frankly, people in Britain have done that too often in the past. I don't want to do that. I want to talk about the importance of this relationship today and the limitless possibilities that I believe will be open to us in the future. I will use this visit to discuss with Prime Minister Modi, his team, and Indian businesses how we can work together to seize those possibilities, building a partnership that is focused resolutely on shaping our shared future bilaterally and on the global stage. I've said that we want Britain to be the most committed and most passionate advocate of free trade in the world. That is because free trade creates a rising tide that lifts all boats. It makes us all richer. It creates jobs. It increases investment. It improves productivity. It transforms living standards and creates opportunities for all of our citizens. These are the reasons we believe in free trade. It's why, as Britain leaves the European Union, we're determined not to turn our backs on the world, but to forge a new global outward-looking role for ourselves. Because we know from history what happens when countries do not embrace the opportunities of the world. They stagnate, they get poorer, they don't protect their people, they make them worse off. Of course, no country owes any other country a living, but we stand the greatest chance of success when we work with partners with whom we share similar values, legal systems, approaches to business, and ways of looking at the world. That's why I've made my first trade mission and my first bilateral visit outside Europe to India. Because more trade, more investment, and fewer barriers to doing business in our two countries will make us all more prosperous, peaceful, and secure. And within this unique partnership, there is so much potential for us to advance those things. We have a strong starting point, with Britain investing more in India than any other G20 country, and India investing more in Britain than it does in all other EU countries put together. Indian businesses, over 800, are a fixture of British life, with one, Jaguar Land Rover's owner Tata, our largest manufacturing employer. Right now, there are British businesses exporting everything from engines to insurance to India. So much of that is enabled by the fact that we have between our two countries this very special bond. But those things are happening despite the continued existence of the barriers to trade and barriers to cooperation. Just think how much further we could go if our governments worked even more closely together, if we took even more advantage of the links between us, and if we put not only trade and investment, but also the exchange of ideas, innovation and technology at the heart of our ambitions. There couldn't be a more appropriate place to focus on that than at the UK-India Tech Summit, for this is where so much scope for that increased trade and investment lies. With 3 Indians experiencing the internet for the first time every second, with the country on course to be a digital market of 1 billion people, and with so many graduates launching startups from Mumbai to Hyderabad, or Siderabad as it's known, this is an area filled with opportunities. Indeed, I'm looking forward to visiting Bengaluru tomorrow to see the startup capital of India for myself. Again, we have a head start in this. We have Britain's 3D printing tools in Pune, bringing solar power to the most remote parts of India and funding Indian infrastructure through masala bonds. Today, I want to think about how we, as governments, as businesses, and those with a stake in this relationship, can help to build upon that for our country's mutual benefit. First, we can identify where opportunities lie and which businesses can take advantage of them. That is exactly what we are doing with this trade delegation, bringing along some of our biggest, most successful companies and our brightest startups from every region of the UK in order to open up new markets for them and promote them to the wider world. One of them, Kano, is using its unique technology to teach children to code in UK schools. Just think of the impact that could have in India. Another, Talensa, is the foremost maker of smart street lighting. There's a huge opportunity for them to play a role in India's drive for urban renewal. Oxford Nanopore is another. They're specialists in gene sequencing and could help dramatically reduce the costs involved in screening illnesses in India. Second, we can look upon each other's priorities as our own priorities. As countries, we both need to ensure we take advantage of the opportunities of the century ahead, and we can do so together. As Prime Minister Modi pursues his ambition for smart cities, Digital India and Make in India. In Britain, we are focused on economic reform, social reform, and building a country that works for everyone. I believe we should throw our entire weight behind each other's efforts. Indeed, we already have our urban planners working on your smart cities and making Wi-Fi more accessible across India. Meanwhile, Indian investment is helping us diversify our economy and bring prosperity to every corner of our country. In fact, Prime Minister Modi and I are going even further, announcing a new India-UK urban partnership focusing on smart cities, the ultimate demonstration of our long-term relationship, not just trading, but sharing skills, technology, and expertise. Third, and most importantly, we can break down barriers and make it easier to do business. That does not just mean offering our own incentives, as Britain is doing with the lowest corporation tax in the G7, with export finance and tax breaks for those undertaking research and development in Britain. It means helping each other to break down the barriers to trade and investment in and between our countries. So that is why the UK is working side by side with Prime Minister Modi in his mission to make it easier to do business in India, for example, by strengthening intellectual property rights and paving the way for our world-leading services sector to operate in the Indian market, benefiting India and the UK alike. But I am determined that we will go further. I will be discussing with Prime Minister Modi how we can increase the detail and depth of our trade and investment discussions and identify what more we can do now to unleash our businesses, industries, exporters and investors. This does not need to wait for us to leave the EU. We must also recognise that it is not just the legal frameworks that are essential for effective trade and investment. It is people too. It is crucial that those who do need to travel between our countries for business can do so. That is the reason why, when I was Home Secretary, I made the visa process for Indians much easier. India now has one of the best UK visa services in the world, with more application points than any other country, and the only country where it is possible to get a same-day visa. That happened because we listened to what businesses were saying, and we're still listening to the fact that so many people from India want to bring their ideas, skills and business to Britain for the good of your economy and ours. So we will offer, for the first time to any country that needs visas to enter Britain, what is called the Registered Traveller Scheme. That means that for Indian nationals who frequently come to the UK and who fuel growth in both our countries, the entry process will become significantly easier. Fewer forms to fill out, access to the EU EEA passport control, swifter passage through our airports. In short, more opportunities for Britain and India, and a clear message that Britain is very much open for business. To conclude, I want to return to that argument I was making about the importance of free trade and investment. For we need to make this case around the world, not only to make our countries more prosperous, but to make them more stable and secure too. The UK and India can play a big role in that. We can lead the way, so even more nations can share in those things. That is one of the many things that through this partnership between our countries, I hope Prime Minister Modi and I, and indeed everyone in the room, can help to achieve. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister, Right Honourable Theresa May, for your succinct key address. We warmly share the deep bond and commonalities that both the countries share and the endless possibilities that this partnership entails. And we are also indeed honoured that this is your first bilateral visit after assuming office. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my proud privilege to invite Shri Narendra Modi, Honourable Prime Minister of India, and may I please request him to kindly deliver the inaugural address.
Right Honorable Theresa May, Prime Minister of United Kingdom, my colleague Dr. Harshvardhan, Minister for Science and Technology and Earth Science, Dr. Naushad Forbes, President of CII, distinguished members from the academia, eminent scientists and technologists, industry leaders from UK and India, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to address the India-UK Tech Summit 2016. The Tech Summit was envisaged during my visit to the UK in November last year to reinforce commemorating 2016 as the India-UK Year of Education, Research and Innovation. It is a privilege that Right Honorable Theresa May has joined us at this event. Madam Prime Minister, I am aware that India has always been close to your heart and you have been a great friend of India. Recently, you celebrated Diwali at your home with members of the Indian community. Your presence here today reaffirms your commitment to the bilateral relationship. It is an honor for us that you choose to visit India as your first bilateral trip outside your immediate neighbor, and we extend a warm welcome to you. Today, the world is at an inflection point where technology advancement is transformational. It is vital that India and the United Kingdom, two countries linked by history, work together to define the knowledge economy of the 21st century. In the current global environment, our two countries face several economic challenges which directly affect trade and commerce. But I'm confident that together we can leverage our scientific strengths and technological prowess to create new opportunities. India is now the fastest growing large economy with the most open investment climate. Our innovative entrepreneurs, talented workforce, and R&D capabilities, combined with large markets, demographic dividend, and increasing e-competitiveness, offer new growth sources for the world economy. Likewise, the UK too has experienced resilient growth in the recent past. It excels in academic quest and technological innovation. Though the quantum of bilateral trade has remained at the same level for the past 5 years, of our investments in both directions have been robust. India is the third largest investor in UK, and UK is the largest G20 investor in India. Both countries support large numbers of jobs in each other's economies. India and UK cooperation in science and technology is driven by high quality and high impact research partnerships. I am glad to mention that in less than 2 years' time, under the Newton Bhabha program, we have started wide-ranging collaborations covering basic science to solution science aimed at addressing societal challenges. Together, our scientific communities are working on new vacancies for infectious disease, inventing new smart materials, providing solutions for clean energy and climate change mitigation, and improving crop productivity, including agriculture and food security. We have agreed to establish the India-UK Clean Energy R&D Center on solar energy with joint investment of £10 million. A new antimicrobial resistance initiative with joint investment of £15 million is also being launched. I feel that India and UK can partner in harnessing the vast traditional knowledge based in India coupled with modern scientific investigation to provide a holistic approach to preventive health care. This can help address some of the modern lifestyle diseases that we face. India's partnership with UK in industrial research has been one of our most exciting programs. The Global Innovation and Technology Alliance, or GITA platform of a CII and Department of Science and Technology, along with innovative UK support industry-led R&D projects and affordable healthcare, clean technology, manufacturing and ICT. These sectors open new potential for Indian and UK businesses to convert the scientific knowledge into technology-based enterprises. I call upon all the participants here to contribute and add value to these exciting bilateral programs aimed at fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. I firmly believe that science, technology, and innovation are immense growth forces and will play a very significant role in our relationship. The Tech Summit aims at strengthening our strategic partnership for mutual gains based on our shared technological prowess and scientific knowledge. I have always said that science is universal, but technology has to be local. It is in this context that such summits give us an opportunity to understand each other's requirements and forge our future relationship on that understanding. The convergence of my government's flagship development missions, our technology achievements and aspirations, and our strong bilateral relations offer huge new growth avenues for India and British industries. There is an opportunity for India and UK to collaborate in the Digital India program and expand information convergence and people-centric e-governance. India will soon have over 1 billion phone connections with an urban tele-density of around 154%. We have 350 million internet users. We are bringing last mile connectivity to nearly 100,000 villages across the country. Such rapid growth offers new digital highways and new markets for UK and Indian companies to address. A natural collaboration emerges in India's rapidly developing financial services sector. Fintech is emerging as the next big transformation for India as we bring 220 million new households in the umbrella of the Jan Dhan Yojana. This financial inclusion scheme is being melded with mobile technology and the unique identification number to form the largest social security program in the world. With UK's leadership in financial technology and international finance promotion opportunities can be harnessed by our enterprise in this mission. We also expect Make in India to be a key sector of bilateral engagement. Advanced manufacturing is a special endeavor under this program. UK, as a leading player, can benefit from our liberal FDI policies in defense manufacturing, aerospace, and electronics engineering. The Smart City mission aims to integrate digital technology into our rapidly urbanizing environment. I am glad that there is already a high level of interest from the UK in projects in Pune, Amravati, and Indore. I understand that UK companies have already signed deals worth £9 billion, and I encourage more participation. The Starts Up India program aims at converging innovation and technology with entrepreneurship of our tech-savvy youth. Today, India and UK have emerged among the top 3 largest startup hubs in the world with an exciting ecosystem of investors and innovators. Together, we can create a vibrant and thriving environment for new commercial applications with breakthrough technologies. The chosen theme for this summit, like advanced manufacturing, biomedical devices, design, innovation, and entrepreneurship, all present new opening for business collaborations in our trade relationship. I believe that India and the UK must continue to nurture and support an ecosystem of high-quality fundamental research to pave the way for joint technology development that can address global challenges. I'm happy to note that the India-UK Tech Summit focuses on higher education. Education is vital for our students and will define our engagement in a shared future. We must therefore encourage greater mobility and participation of young people in educational and research opportunities. I congratulate the Department of Science and Technology and the CII for organizing this event with United Kingdom as the partner country. I am confident that the Tech Summit will lay the foundation for the next phase of India-UK relationship. It will take us together into a journey based on shared scientific knowledge and technological progress. I thank all the participants from UK and India whose contribution and presence is crucial to the success of this meet. I once again thank Prime Minister Theresa May for gracing this occasion, for sharing her perspective and vision in building a new India-UK partnership. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, for your noteworthy address. You rightly shared that the two countries linked by history can surge ahead in partnership in the 21st century through high-quality scientific and technological innovation and research spanning across sectors for mutual gains. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request Dr. Naushad Forbes, President of the Confederation of Indian Industries, CII, to kindly propose a vote of thanks.
Respected Prime Ministers, Ministers, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an inspiring start to the CII DST Tech Summit. We are so delighted that our two Prime Ministers have graced this very special occasion for CII. CII's engagement in India's technology journey has been extensive and deep. Ever since the first technology summit was held in 1995. We were later privileged to have the DST join us as a partner, which signaled a great government-industry collaboration on technology. We have since had the privilege of many countries partnering India annually for the Tech Summit. And this year, we are so pleased indeed to have the UK as the partner led by you, Prime Minister. This partnership with your fine team in the UK and the British High Commission here in India has been of great value to us all in India and in CII. And we are especially grateful to you, Prime Minister, for bringing such a large and illustrious group to India from both business and institutions. We have a great exhibition outside and invite all to visit the exhibition in the other halls as well. I must add that CII's very special relationship with the UK goes back decades and has only kept deepening since CII set up its office in London 35 years ago. The participation of you, Prime Minister, at the India-UK Tech Summit is a milestone for us in CII as the third occasion when we are honored to host a UK Prime Minister. Your vision for the India-UK strategic partnership provides renewed vigor for bilateral cooperation and especially in advanced technology. On behalf of us all, I thank you most warmly for placing India so high in your agenda. From the Indian perspective, we have two priorities we would like to explore in this summit. First, how do we increase investment in public research in our higher education system from the current level of 4% to a global average of 20%? Second, how do we increase investment radically in our firms in in-house R&D? In both these, the India-UK partnership has much to offer. The goal of this three-day summit is to provide the how answer to these two priorities. Technology and technical change is the source of long-run economic growth and prosperity. This has been understood ever since the first industrial revolution, the one that took place in Britain 250 years ago and made Britain the world's workshop. Since then, every country has understood the power of technical change as the source of prosperity that transforms the lives of each person. If I may say so, no one understands this better than our Prime Minister, who has made technology the cornerstone of so many major initiatives of the government. The Make in India program, Digital India, the Smart City Initiative, the Jam Trinity, and Startup India are all inspired by his vision to make India a leader in technology. Prime Ministers, we at CII are inspired by the vision you've articulated for us. We are very grateful to you for honoring us with your presence here today. May I request you all to join me in thanking our two Prime Ministers.
Thank you, Dr. Forbes, for your warm vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we conclude the inaugural session. May we request all of you to continue to be seated while our esteemed dignitaries depart this room. We will start the next session immediately with a tech talk by Sir James Dyson. May I please request you to kindly be seated.
तो भारत ब्रिटेन का प्रौद्योगिकी सम्मेलन जिनको संबोधित किया थेरेसा मे, जो कि ब्रिटेन की प्रधानमंत्री थी, साथ ही भारतीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने भी साफ तौर पर ये कहा कि दोनों ही देशों के लिए ये द्विपक्षीय जो वार्ता होने वाली है, पहला द्विपक्षीय वार्ता है। अगर ब्रिटेन की बात की जाए, काफ़ी अहम ये उन्होंने साफ तौर पर कहा। और जहाँ तक वीज़ा नियमों की उन्होंने बात की और जिस तरह से उन्होंने यूके रजिस्टर्ड स्कीम, जो ट्रैवल स्कीम है, उसके बारे में कहा, तो कहीं ना कहीं ये जो संशय मन में था कि जो लोग वहाँ पर काम करने जाते हैं या फिर जो छात्र वहाँ पर पढ़ने के लिए जाते हैं, उनके लिए कहीं ना कहीं यहाँ पर एक राहत की सांस सामने आती हुई। वहीं पर अगर हम व्यापार की बात करें तो उसके लिहाज से भी उन्होंने साफ तौर पर कहा कि ऐतिहासिक तौर पर, क्योंकि हम लोकतांत्रिक देश है, हमारे लीगल सिस्टम सेम है, टैक्स के मोर्चे पर भी पारदर्शिता है, तो हम साथ में जुड़े हुए हैं कहीं ना कहीं।
Well, absolutely. Overall, if we look at both the Prime Minister's speeches, we aspire to be the leader in technology India, and then this tech summit and also the cooperation and collaboration with United Kingdom will give a major fillip in fact for that aspiration what we have. Well, on that note,